Hello, my name is Cleatus, and I have a story to tell you. This is a story of two best friends, Matt and David. Matt was a very explorish type of person, always wanted to do adventures, wanted to try new experiences. David, he went along for the ride, but he was a little more sound, a little more stable, took precautions because he valued his life a little more than Matt did. But like I said, Matt wanted to live his life balls to the wall. He doesn't care. He just wanted to try new experiences. They travel all around the world because their parents are trust fund people and they have all this money to splurge on their kids. So they decide just to go around the world and see what the world has to offer. They've been all over Europe, Africa, South Asia, Russia. Yeah, they've been all over South America. Now they're in Asian India. And they always like trying new cuisines, especially Matt. He always want to try new foods just to get the experience. Now he heard of a particular restaurant in India that has truly exotic foods. But there's a precautionary sign in the window, but he paid it no heed. But David saw it, and David was real cautious when he went to the restaurant. So as they're sitting down, they're drinking, and they're prepared for dinner, the waiter comes and asks, what would they like? David asked for something real simple, nothing extraordinary. Matt, on the other hand, he says, I hear you got something really spicy that's like, out of this world. I'm trying to experience all that the world has to offer. I want you to bring me your most exotic dish ever. The waiter smirks at him. Are you sure you're ready to do this? And Matt looks at him and says, yes, I am sure. The waiter smiles. Then I must have you sign this waiver. We are not responsible for anything happen to you after you eat this dish. It is spicy. It has a bad kick to it. And I don't know if you can handle it. Matt, feeling a little insulted, he said, of course I can handle it. I got an ironclad stomach. I can handle just about anything. Well, sir, you have no reasons not to sign this waiver. So Matt said, give it here. And he signs the waiver. Now, please, I'm hungry. Bring me my dinner. So David looks at Matt and says, you sure you're able to do this? I mean, to sign a waiver? What if something happens to you? Matt looks at David. No, there's nothing going to happen to me. I have an ironclad stomach. I've eaten the hottest of the hots, the spicy of the spice. I had it all. Remember that volcano chili pepper? And David says, yes. It wasn't nothing. I ate it, downed it. Just a little bit of heartburn went away. David said, okay, if you say so. I don't want to be worried about you later on. Matt assures him, no, nothing's going to happen. Now I'm hungry. So, the waiter brings David his food. Nothing really special, just something for substance for David. And then the biggest tray on the cart comes out. It's a spicy. You can smell the spices come from the lid. As they open the lid up, it's full of exotic herbs and meats. Matt looks hungrily at it. And he gets his fork in the air. Oh, I'm ready to tear this up. David looks at him. Now be careful. If it's too spicy, have some milk. I'm not going to drink no milk. This looks so good. As they eat their meals, Matt is conquering that meal with a fever. He starts to sweat. David looks at him. You're perspiring real bad. Matt says, oh, that's just the meat sweats. Just the meat sweats. This stuff is good. He eats and eats and eats. As the waiter looks at him from afar, shaking his head. Later they pay the bill. And eventually they leave. And Matt says, oh, I'm tired. That was a big meal. I'm going back to the hotel room. David says, sure, I'll go with you. I'm tired also. As they get back to the hotel room, Matt is looking a little bit sluggish. David is worried about him. You all right? Yeah, man, I'm just tired, man. That's a big meal. And I'm so sleepy. So they open up the hotel room, get inside, both having separate beds. They settle down for a quiet nap. Later on that night, Matt is crying out in pain. He wakes David up. David wakes up. What the hell? What's wrong? Matt, what's wrong? My stomach. As David watched, a big bulge forms on his stomach. What the hell is that? I don't know. It hurts. It's like it's trying to come out. David looks. Oh my God, I gotta call the paramedics. Don't leave me! Don't leave me! Don't leave me! Ah! As David looks closely, it starts to move. What the hell? It's alive? I don't know! It starts to shift, and it looks like it's about to try to come out of him. I don't know what the hell that is. I gotta call somebody, Matt. Don't leave me. As it shifts, because it can't get out through the stomach, it goes down towards his backside, shifting all throughout the intestines, the large intestines, leading until his bowels. I can't take this pressure! It's coming out! David is shook. He doesn't know what to do. He wants to leave his friend there, but he got to call the paramedics. So I got to call the paramedics. I got to call them. So he dials the operator. Operator, please, give me the paramedics. I'm at... And all of a sudden he hears a blood-curdling yell come from David. and he sees a disgusting, parasitic creature crawl out of his ass, long in length, as David's body convulses and he just collapses, eyes wide, mouth gaped open, as the thing still keeps crawling out of Matt. David runs out of the hotel room. The creature, with all its many legs, crawls out, all covered with gore and ooze, blood, and some fecal matter. It crawls off the bed. As David left the door open, the long, many-legged creature crawls out of the hotel room. It looks around and finds a ventilation shaft. It's little, long, but very strong as it bends the metal and gets into the shaft. And there it goes into the ventilation shaft. As David comes back out with the hotel manager and paramedics, and they find Matt on the bed, bloody, with his asshole gaped open. Oh, Matt! Matt, no! He is dead. Whatever came out of him took his life. And David cannot believe it. He decides to go back home, the home where he belongs, eating food that only he knows of. And he has to go and tell Matt's parents what happened, bringing a medical report stating that he died of a parasite that was dwelling inside his body. Didn't know if it was from the restaurant that they went to or on their many trips to other places. I mean, they signed a waiver so they couldn't hold the restaurant responsible. It was a sad funeral. But sometimes you have to be careful of what you put inside your mouth. It may taste good. It may be your last meal ever. My name is Cleatus, and I hope you have a great day. Bye now.